Hello again, everyone. Another message from Facebook. Why can I not ever get through to my abuser? Each time I shed light on what he did and does and tries to help, he takes it badly, insulting me to make me feel worse. Well, that's what narcissists do. When you confront them on their bullshit, they're going to turn it around in order to gain control, to shut you down. I mean, that's just typical narcissist tactics. When I confront him on his abusive behavior, he goes into hyper abusive mode and then says, I should have said something sweet, making me think putting him in his place is not allowing the projection and not allowing the projection was wrong. Then he is back to being abusive. Of course. You're not allowed to fight back. You got to take their bullshit. That's how narcissistic abuse works. When you try to deal with these people, once you realize you have a narcissist on your hands, confronting them on their bullshit is pointless because this is what you're going to get. There's never been a narcissist in history who said, you know what, you're right, I am doing that. I'm wrong, I'll try to change. No, they're going to turn it back around on you each and every time. This is why I say going no contact is the only way to deal with these people because they will drive you fucking insane. Will I ever, and is there a way for me to get through? No. No. The only way you get through that you're serious is if you go no contact. But even going no contact isn't going to change them. They're just going to look for new ways to draw you back in. I am between still feeling love and cashing my chips. He also is living now with the friend that condones his behavior, reinforces his drug use, and apparently he listens to everything she says, confronting me with it. Well, if he's also on drugs, I mean, that's a whole nother aspect. And there's a girl in his head who he's probably banging, okay? So he's wrapped up in his own little world. It's all about him. It's only going to be about him. And now he's got a little flying monkey enabler to pump him up and tell everybody that you're the bad one. On top of it, I have to listen to a blow-by-blow list of what they are doing. Not to mention he almost killed me twice, yet apologizes profusely. They always apologize when they go too far, but the apology is very short-lived and it's meaningless. God help me. It's like dealing with a demon, and they are demons. How should I deal with this person? I keep thinking he will change and that I'm being harsh. You're not being harsh. He will never change. The only way to deal with him is to get away. Like in the movie War Games, at the end, the only way to win is not to play. He said he was going to check into a mental hospital. Then I also suggested drug treatment. And they will always make you when they think you're about to walk, okay, when you're with them, when you're with one in a relationship, they'll make you all the fucking promises in the world. The promises are meaningless. I also believe that this friend of his negates all I say because he tells me whenever she advises him against me. Of course she does. Of course she does. She sees you as competition. She wants him for herself. So she's not going to say, yeah, she's right. She's enabling him in his bullshit. So her opinion is pointless. Why would you, don't even take, when the narcissist tells you what the enabler says to back them up, who cares? Who cares? It's like going up to some crazy homeless person in the street who's rubbing his own shit all over his face. Say, well, that guy agrees with me. Who gives a shit? They're nuts. You know what they are. They're a narcissistic enabler and a demon like him. So their point is meaningless anyway. He has damaged, stolen, and mishandled a lot of my property. Stolen prescriptions, done drugs in my house, had company when I was at work, choked me several times, hit me in the head. To point I have had a craniotomy and then came to ICU and tried to steal my phone. And I don't mean to laugh, but think about this rationally. If this was a friend of yours that was going through all this, somebody you cared about, okay, and has gone through everything that you've described and then said, how can I make it work? They said, what are you trying to make work here? Get the hell away. You got to get the hell away. And you might be in love with this person. And this is another older message, so I hope you've already gotten away from them. But this person doesn't love you. This person doesn't give a shit about you. This person only gives a shit about what you can give them, the drugs, the prescription. Every chance this guy gets, he's trying to either hurt you, steal from you, take your prescriptions. He don't give a shit. And because he has this little yippy enabler backing him up, or the enabler's opinion is meaningless. The enabler's opinion is meaningless. So don't take any stock in it. Get the hell away from this dude. On top of that, I lost my job and apartment dealing with him. Yet for some crazy reason, I still think it can work. Please, God, help me. God can't help you. You got to help yourself. There's no changing this. None. None whatsoever. The only answer is to get away fast, and get far, far away and never look back. Regardless if you might love this guy, you're hoping he's going to change. He's never going to change. Okay? And this girl who's filling his head with this shit, if you think there's no relationship going on between him and her, you're fooling yourself. He's making you into a fool. Don't do it anymore. Move on with your life, straighten out your life, and you can only do that by removing him from your life forever. Forever. And I'm sorry if the tone of this video is a bit harsh, but sometimes you need a wake-up call. And you need somebody to tell you this. This guy doesn't care about you. He doesn't love you. He's obviously banging someone else on the side, okay? Obviously, because what? Come on. If this was your friend telling you this story, what would your opinion? What would you tell them? But for yourself, because you've been abused and you're hoping he's going to change, you're holding out this hope that doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It's never going to happen. Get away from them. Get far away from them. I hope you have already. I'm sorry for what you've gone through. I really am, because I've heard similar stories, and I know you're telling the truth, but I'm telling you, nothing will change in your life with him. And nothing's going to change in your overall life until you get him far out of your life permanently. So I hope that sinks in, and I hope it helps you. I really do. And I hope you've already done it. And if you haven't done it thus far, who steals a cell phone from somebody in an ICU? This is somebody off the rails crazy, off the rails narcissistic and selfish. The only answer is to get far away from him forever. Cut him and anybody who supports him out of your life and never ever look back. So I hope that sinks in. I hope it helps. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you enjoy this channel, please consider contributing to the GoFundMe link in the description box. And remember, if you do make a contribution of any size and you want your story made into a video, you go right to the top of the list and I immediately make you a video the first opportunity I get. This is Ollie Matthews. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all again very shortly.